One of the most unique aspects of creating Return of the Killer Shrews, literally 50 years after the production of the first one, has been the writing and recording of the music. Not only does the film feature all original music, but a very unusual and unexpected relationship between our musicians and a cast member. In the late 1950s, B-movie style horror films like The Giant Gila Monster and Killer Shrews were all the rave at the theaters, while rock and roll was finding its feet on the radio airwaves. Jan Berry and Dean Torrance, both born in Los Angeles, California, began singing together as a duo in high school. After primitive recording sessions, Berry and Torrance began to make music as Jan and Dean in 1959. That same year, the original Killer Shrews movie was produced, and Jan and Dean scored a number 10 hit with Baby Talk. The songs Baby Talk, Heart and Soul, and Tennessee incorporated a style that would have a lasting influence on the Hawthorne, California-based Beach Boys, whom the duo met in 1961. The two groups soon performed together and discovered the appeal of the surf sound. The new friendship led to Jan and Dean scoring the very first #1 surf pop hit in 1963 with Surf City, co-written by the Beach Boys songwriting genius Brian Wilson. This would grow into an incredible career when tragedy struck. On April 12, 1966, Jan Berry received severe head injuries in an automobile accident just a short distance from Dead Man's Curve in Los Angeles, California, 2 years after their song of the same name had become a hit. Berry traveled a long and difficult road toward recovery from brain damage and partial paralysis. With all their ups and downs, the story was the perfect natural fit for a movie. While their careers and the production of the original Killer Shrews were both formulated in the late 1950s, they would unknowingly gain their first real connection with the production of that movie. On February 3, 1978, CBS aired a made-for-TV movie about Jan and Dean titled Dead Man's Curve. The movie starred Richard Hatch of Battlestar Galactica fame as Jan Berry and Bruce Davison as Dean Torrance. Following the release of the film, the duo made steps toward an official comeback that year, including touring to sell out crowds with the Beach Boys. Director Steve Latshaw and music talent coordinator and songwriter Dave Beard had long wanted a darkly funny Jan and Dean vibe to the music. It was hoped that with longtime Jan and Dean music director Gary Griffin on board, writing and producing music with Dave Beard, and members of the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson bands, Dean himself might be persuaded to participate. And Dean, in turn, was very enthusiastic after seeing a rough cut of the film and discussing the overall music concepts with Dave Beard. The fact that Bruce Davison would participate in some of the sessions helped cement the deal. In early October 2011, Dean and his daughters Jillian and Katie, themselves aspiring singers, joined Bruce at Gary Griffin's studio to record a number of songs featured in Return of the Killer Shrews, including the Dave Beard Gary Griffin original Tonga Hut, Star of the Beach, and the end title theme Shrewd Awakening.
You will hit the ground, a drooling disaster, but that's what we're after. One, two.
The calamity is a tragedy. No humanity inside that cacophony. Watch the symphony destroy the scenery. Outrageous. They go out for a bite in the dark.
With a scene in the movie featuring a tiki bar, tiki torches, tiki music and drinks, plus jungles, beaches, and monsters, this musical throwback to two of the originators of California surf music was the perfect choice. And for film and rock and roll buffs, a unique reunion between the real Dean Torrance and the man who portrayed him in the television movie. With an ironic twist born in Hollywood, two entertainment icons that began in the late 1950s are again crossing paths. Jan and Dean and the Killer Shrews, a perfect fit.
With their razor-sharp teeth, they're having a feast. Seems